maybe I should invest in the sword, get the whole look actually on point. But one day when I have the money. Until then, we'll just keep on making videos as always, guys. So what is up? What is good to everyone? Today I want to talk about something which I don't know, not many people talk about. Actually, I think I'm the only one who has this idea, and it's like a single idea growing in my mind, which I think would be very interesting. I don't know the likelihood of it happening. I don't know what Oda's got planned. I mean, I'm sure it's good, but this is something I find interesting, and it's a matchup of Yamato versus Jack. And really, not really the fight itself, but yes, Yamato and Jack and everything that's going on there. Now, of course, if you want to know more, stay tuned. But until then, I just want to say quickly to all those of you who haven't yet subscribed, if it's your first time, if it's not your first time, please subscribe. Just clicking that little red button makes all the difference on this channel. So please do so. As well as for those of you who are not caught up with the One Piece story, if you want to know where you should ideally be to watch this video without spoilers, I always put a kind of tag in the description, so you go check that out. You know where you have to be to watch this without spoilers. And I do that for all my videos, so go watch my other videos, go tell your friends to watch my videos, because you can watch without getting spoiled. Now, coming back to this video, I think the whole Jack and Yamato thing, why it's interesting, right, is consider this. Both of them are 28, right? Now, adding Momo into that dynamic is interesting because it's kind of like how old Momo would have been if he didn't go into the time skip. Into the get pushed into the future, whatever it is. Sorry, but yeah, they're both 28. They're both part of Kaido's crew, whatever. But I feel like there's a bit more going on there. So one thing that's a bit more is just kind of Jack and Yamato kind of representing Oden and Kaido, right? Jack is someone who clearly, he goes after the strongest. He's been challenging people the whole time. I'm sure Jack's right now, even though he hasn't looked good, is the way Kaido probably looked a bit in his younger days, right? Challenging all the strongest people back when he wasn't nearly as strong as he is now. He probably took a lot of L's before he started taking his W's. So Jack and Kaido, I can clearly see it there. As well as Yamato and Oden, right? Yamato wants to beat Oden and will probably, grow in maybe similar fashion to Oden. That's going on there. But also the fact that, Yamato, for all intents and purposes, I believe Yamato is a vassal of the Kozuki family based on, the kind of criteria Oden gave. Oh, no, Oden, sorry. Kinemon gave. Back when Shinobi, when they were running back to Kuri after the whole Hour of Legend, Shinobu asked, can I also be a vassal? And, Kinemon's just like, he didn't pick us. We just decided, right? So it's all about you deciding you want to be. So, I mean, Yamato, for all intents and purposes, is, and you've got that whole dynamic again. Another interesting thing is just the relationship with Kaido, right? For both of them. Now, Yamato is the daughter of Kaido, the self-proclaimed Oden, but Yamato is the actual, as far as we know, flesh and blood daughter of Kaido. Whereas Jack, as far as I believe, is, kind of the adopted son of Kaido. Jack's been with Kaido since he was 8, right? We know that since he was 8, he's been there, probably even longer than that, right? So Kaido raised Jack, right? It's not too far to think that he's kind of an adopted son, right? So you have the adopted son and the flesh and blood daughter of Kaido fighting. That is 100% an interesting battle. Now, I know some of you may be thinking about, whoa, right now it doesn't really make sense. Jack's just been beaten up. He's sure he's probably recovering something. And Yamato is more fresh. Yamato's going to thrash Jack. But I mean, I like to say two things there. One, Jack always seems to be able to bounce back. Two, we don't really know how strong Yamato is, right? A lot of people want to put out like different theories on like Yamato and transformations, and Yamato is also a dragon, and Yamato can do this, and Yamato and ulti, but we really just don't know how strong Yamato is. So there's no point in saying that it's definitely impossible based off of their powers and where they are right now. What we do know is that it'll be interesting if it did happen, right? Because think about this, right? Both of them have been in Onigashima for the past 20 years, more or less, right? And on one hand, Yamato has gotten to see Jack leave Onigashima, have freedom, and also follow Kaido, while she on the other hand has just been like, nah, I don't like Kaido. I just want to do my own thing. I want to be Odin, right? So I'd like to see what Jack thinks of that, and what also Yamato thinks of the fact that Jack just follows Kaido's orders, right? That would be interesting to get, like just some dialogue between them about how they view each other. Also a bit about how Jack came to, meet Kaido and how that interaction went. Because, it seems like Kaido, when Jack went down, it's like, specially handpicked guy for my crew, right? I'm not going to allow you to just do that to him. So, Kaido cares about Jack, and I just like to see what Yamato thinks about that, right? And I think the final thing that, would make this very interesting as a battle is just men and women, right? Because we all know the kind of track record Oda has between, his portrayal of women and how they are in the series. Now, of course, some people be like, yeah, but, Yamato's a man, which is a different argument for another day. But we all know biologically, Yamato is female, Jack is male. That is set in stone. That is very simple, right? And how Oda will handle this will also, lend to that, because as far as we know, both of them children of Kaido, 28 years old, boom, in a fight. So that would be very interesting to see how Oda handles that kind of situation. As well as the fact that I think that would be a great moment for Yamato to also kind of just say, oh, you know what, I am female, right? And instead of putting this Odin facade, I am the man Kozuki Odin, no, I am Yamato, female Yamato, and I want to be like Odin one day. I'm not going to be Odin, but I'll be as great as him one day, right? But until then, I am just the daughter of Kaido, right? And having that moment where Yamato comes, into her own as a person, right, against Jack would be really great for development, especially for people who want her to join the crew, and just, for the hype of it. Now, like I said at the beginning, the chances of all this happening is not that high, but I do think it's like a great path for the story to go. And as far as matchups, I've never heard it being said, so I do think that maybe it would be great if I got that right, and nobody ever said that. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Just a really short video compared to my other ones, giving my thoughts on this topic. Now, guys, as always, tell me what you think. Am I off base with this? Does this sound crazy? Does this idea actually sound interesting to you, as far as, getting a bit more on both of these characters and seeing which way they grow? Actually, because Yamato is with Momo will kind of get in on some of that, 28-year-old, supposed to be 28-year-old action, right? And we'll see. Or maybe Yamato taking the role of Momo. Sorry, other thoughts. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think, everything like that down below in the comments. As always, guys, please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more content. If you know someone who needs to hear the truth, please share this video with them. If you have time, watch one of my other videos. If not, thank you for watching this video thus far, guys. This is King KZ, and I'll see you in the next one.